Hi guys, we're here up with this 72 Chevy
Chevelle.
So go ahead and tell us a little bit about this. You're the owner, right?
I am.
All right, tell us a little bit about the car.
I bought it from a friend of mine and just thought it was going to be an easy daily driver, and then got my hands on it and we're like, yeah, let's go with a Speedtech chassis. Let's do the Nelson 427 Kong Performance motor, 4080 Hughes tranny.
Custom interior.
Custom interior by Ron Mangus.
Custom wheels.
Custom wheels, that's right, from Chris Coddington. And Robert did all the work. Mini tubbed it, the suspension, the chassis swap, painting underneath. We got a couple little things we're gonna fix next week. And be a daily driver with air conditioning and just hammer it.
Rear end? What do you have for the
Ford
rear end?
9-inch.
Ford 9-inch?
Yep.
Okay, and the brakes?
Willwood. Six pistons.
Yep, 13 inch.
13.
Yeah.
14. You can't see them.
Who did these wheels? Or where'd you get these wheels from?
Chris Coddington.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're sick.
Here,
The
let's
interior work? Who did
show the
that?
interior.
Ron Mangus.
Okay. Nice. So I know you said earlier your goal is just to get it run right, but you looking to get any kind of horsepower out of it, or?
Yeah, I mean, I think all in all, you know, I think
I'm thinking at least 1,000.
Okay.
a daily driver, you know, I want to drive it every day and enjoy it. And if it, you know, most importantly is to run right, start right, you know, keep cool, what have you. And if we get, you know, it's rated at 1,200 horsepower on the dyno, we'll see what we get with it.
We came to the right guy, and he's walking away from us.
Woo!
So what do you think Dardan is gonna make, roughly?
Shit. How much boost?
Yeah, I gotta get some
I
new
think
one.
it was like
I
at
blew
10
it
right
yesterday
now.
with when I was spray.
427 cubic inch, same motor as mine.
I'll put spray glue on it again, see what it. It's in pretty good shape, but
Yeah, I need.
Make, on ethanol should make probably 8 something. Because the boost is low, but that same blower on 22 pounds did over 1,000.
So it's just swapping out the pulley, huh?
So right now the first two's gonna be on gas, and then we're gonna drop in some ethanol and see, hopefully we get over 50%.
yeah, when Nelson dynoed it on their
Oh, that's
on their
right,
dyno, it was 1,200 on their dyno.
Okay.
With that pulley setup and all that.
Yeah, just like it was.
Yeah.
And with the tune that it has now?
Yeah, because that was the base tune of what they did, and then just a couple tweaks on it. But that's what their tune was, about 1,200.
All right, let's see what it does. Nice, beautiful car.
Thank you, sir.
Please, sir, we're trying to film. Oh man, I should have looked to see if it was.
That was misfire.
Yeah, it didn't sound good.
Dardan.
Oh, no.
That's how it's supposed to sound.
Yeah.
See how snappy that is?
Yeah.
So you saw it earlier, it was like pup, 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 and then it would rev up. Now it's like vroom, vroom.
What was it? Just too much?
Not enough.
Not enough.
Yes. The thing is, these motors, now because the blower hits so hard and that bypass valve closes, and then you're cramming all that air in there, and then you're not direct injected, so you got to just kind of flood it with fuel on acceleration enrichment with these blowers. I get these all the time. They'll get tuned somewhere else, and they're like, it won't rev up.
I could barely get it on the trailer, dude.
The more you know.
We'll see. We'll fix it, hopefully. We're getting there. So now let's load up on the dyno, do the full throttle, and then go from there. But it should be okay. One thing is, what brand throttle body is this?
I'm sorry?
What brand throttle body?
It's a Nick Williams.
Nick Williams? Okay, cool.
He uses what?
Nick Williams stuff
GM
is
internals?
good. I heard lately that, I don't know, that's just a rumor, but I don't know. They're making them overseas now. But his stuff has been the best. I've had cars where like I struggle to get it to idle right, and I put a Nick Williams in it, and it takes me like 5 minutes, it'll idle perfect. So, my buddy made me tune his Corvette on a $50 throttle body off China. Took me 5 hours to get that thing to run right.
Hopefully it isn't.
They're gonna be gone. You should buy those fucking things off.
They're fucking not. They're expensive.
It's potty time. Whose face?
Yeah. Yeah, because I want it to be fucking right. You know, finally. Oh shit. I'm gonna change my number. I'm not.
We'll pause for that. Alright guys, so we just finished up the 91 octane tune. So we had a few issues before where the secondary fuel pump wasn't coming on. We ended up diagnosing that, making sure it comes on. And there's a few other issues that we're gonna take care of, idle and other stuff. But now that we're done with the 91 octane tune, we're gonna go ahead. We already filled it up with E85. And we're gonna go ahead and make a few passes to see how much horsepower this Nelson engine can make. We're at 711 horsepower right now.
If I get too close to your ass, just fucking remember,
Hey,
I'm
hey.
green.
Hold on, hold on. Don't get sucked in, baby. Mustang out here. See that? Told you.
Oh, 726.
So we're running about 55% ethanol. We're iced down the intercooler a little bit. We took off the intake just to see if that's restricting us a little bit. And then we're gonna make one more pull and see what this engine can do. We like it a lot.
Oh, wow.
So our boost level went up to 205 kPa, which is like 15 pounds of boost. So that intake was killing you.
Okay.
So it was losing you over 2.5 psi.
Two and a what?
2.5 psi.
2.5 PSI.
What was the pressure on that one, the boost?
About 15 up top.
15 pounds of boost
I
right
went
now.
up to 7,200.
7,200 RPM and you made 18 of the wheels, man.
Yeah, she can go.
You're gonna have fun there, man.
7,500 fucking RPM, boy. But I'm cool. Like,
No, I
Yeah.
went up to like 70, but see how I went flat? I went up all the way up here, but the power went flat. Your peak power was at 7,100.
let me take a picture of that one.
It's like a birth certificate.
Sure is. So now that's locked in. That's a closed loop, so it shouldn't change, right? 'Cause
No.
they have learning.
Right. So we're all good to go now. Maybe in the future change that O2 sensor. Ideally, you want to put the NTK. The NTK sensors are really strong. Yeah.
But they can't work with a Terminator X.
the NTKs.
They only work with a Terminator or
Or
the
maybe, yeah,
Dominator or
I
all
don't
that
know
stuff.
that one.
Because you have to use a Bosch for this one. It sucks.
Yeah. Okay. Well, either
That's why I
way,
made that adapter for it.
either way, it won't need the sensors because I put
Yeah,
everything
you'll be
on there,
fine.
so you should be fine.
So will it do that choke out like stuck
It
at
hasn't
night?
been.
Or no? Remember I was stuck at night sputtering when we started?
Yes, but even if it does that, it's not going to change anything because it's not going to affect the way the car runs. That's why earlier it did it to me, but the car started up and ran perfect.
Okay.
So I changed all that. That's why I don't want to rely on that, just in case for that reason. So when I tune the engine, it's tuned and it's going to run like that. So unless something drastic happens. But if something drastic happens, you should address it anyway. So.
That's right. And then no matter with when I put E85 in it, I don't have to do anything else. She senses it herself. I can co-mix the product, and she'll figure out the rest.
Yes. It's tuned.
Or lower. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Dardan, so how do we do on this
I
engine?
think we did okay.
You did okay?
Yeah. The main thing is it starts up and runs. And we had a little scare, but everything was good. So realistically, when you first came in, it was about like 615 or so to the wheels.
Yeah.
Because it was so fat, full throttle. Initially, I took away 4 degrees of timing just to do a baseline pull, just to see, because it looked like it had too much timing. So I did a baseline pull, and that's when it did like the 587. Then I put the timing back in, then it did like 600, and then I leaned it out, and that's when it made like the 629 or 630 or whatever. Then we started doing with the ethanol and then the intake, and now so basically we gained 200 horsepower. Oh,
So
and
how do you feel?
and it revs up now, because before it didn't want
I
to
feel
rev.
great.
All right.
Thank you guys for helping.
Yeah.
She was choking out big time.
Sweet. So now they're going to go on the street and have fun with it, make sure everything's shifting correctly. And we will catch you guys on the next video.